It's Friday here at Icon City Studios in Los Angeles, California. I'm your boy Anya Ali, and today we're going to break down the latest in inclusive urban LGBT culture, from everything on how coronavirus is affecting the hookup culture to new music from Zebra Cats, as well as Boosie Badazz's relentless trolling of Zaya Wade, and I'll wrap it all up with my favorite new Netflix show. It's time for Funny Money Rock.
Funny money in this bitch, and you know we too legit. Been this side since 1-6, slim, thick lips. Know how to keep my nigga brick on this. Stay at the top spot of that wish list, bitch.
According to a study out of the UK, around 2 in 10 queer people would consider hooking up despite all of the craziness surrounding the coronavirus. You know, the shelter in place and all of that. You know, now, let me be clear, COVID-19 is not sexually transmitted. However, it can be spread by kissing and other things like coughs and sneezes. So there is some risk, you know, with hooking up and everything like that. You know, now it even got to the point where Grindr had to go out and actually put out a statement to its millions of users around the world, encourage them to, you know, take a beat, or at least if you don't feel well, stay home. Now, my first thought when I read this was, why are they singling out, you know, like gay people? You know, like, I thought that was kind of weird, because in all actuality 2 out of 10 is a pretty good kind of ratio in terms of people, you know, following public health directives, okay? And I'm not sure that you would even get something similar like that, you know, if you just polled everybody. But at the same time, I'm also not sure that that was an exact, you know, true answer. But to everybody out there, you know, that is kind of dealing with loneliness during this quarantine, I definitely can relate. I am very grateful to have, you know, Corona Bay now, but I used to do the as well, and so I can definitely recall that. And so you guys definitely want to be safe out there, and you know, but I understand it's hard to stop living, you know what I'm saying? I get it. Shout out to Zebra Cats. Okay, so Zebra Cats, I don't know if you guys know him. He's a openly gay artist, relatively pretty successful. His latest single, More, has been added to the Funny Money Rock playlist. If you're just joining the Funny Money Rock movement, Funny Money Rock playlist is the only professionally curated playlist for LGBT hip hop and R&B artists on Spotify, Apple Music, and Tidal. So shout out to Zebra Cats and his new track. Also, you can find tracks from other artists like Medina Green, Jesse Smollett. We still listen to him, right? I think so. Anyway, all different types of people. So okay, I don't even want to talk about this, because I feel like there's so much more important things going on, and if we're not talking about the virus, we should be talking about positivity. But here we go. So Boosie, Lil Boosie, INDEPEND, I can't, whatever, is still talking shit about Zaya Wade, Gabrielle Union, and D Wade's son. So he's continuing to quote-unquote clarify his stance concerning Zaya and other transgender kids, while on his Instagram Live, the Wipe Me Down rapper shared his thoughts on why he took issue with Zaya Wade making the decision on how she wanted to identify at such a young age. He says, quote, "I got gay people around me. I ain't got nothing against no gay people. I got gay people who work for me. I got gay people in my family. All I said is don't do that, man. I ain't even say it, but that's all I said, man." He went on to say, you know, he ain't got nothing against gay nobody. You know, he says he loves people. He doesn't hate white people. He doesn't hate black people. That all said, y'all heard me. So I guess it kind of sounds like he's trying to clean things up. I personally think you probably would have just done yourself a favor by just not saying anything else. Like I said, people are just thinking about other things right now, you know. Like, I decided to get back on this because, you know, creativity doesn't stop, and you know, we can't just consume ourselves with you know, fear and everything like that. But anyway, so and just when you offer your opinion on, you know, how someone else is raising their child, you're never going to be in the right with that. You know, you're always going to be wrong. But let's just say that, you know, he was somehow entitled to an opinion. What I think he doesn't understand is that identifying as transgendered does not mean that, you know, you are going to have a surgery soon, if ever. And so it just kind of highlights, you know, how uneducated he is around the subject. Not to his defense, but to the defense of people out there. A lot of us are uneducated, and so there has to be some kind of patience and tolerance on both ends. Again, not in defense of Boosie, just in defense of, you know, us coming together in general. Alright, so I don't know what you're gonna do this weekend. Probably the same thing you've been doing all week. God bless you. I just want to go ahead and then suggest a little programming then. You gotta check out Joe Exotica. He's on the Tiger King on Netflix. If you're like me at all, which you might be because you're watching, I saw homie in his little cowboy hat and his and whatnot, and I was just like, you know, okay, this isn't for me. Well, let me tell you about Joe. Okay, he's gay. Okay, he keeps pet tigers. He carries a gun and he wears a mullet. Okay, he on top of that, he has 2 husbands. He's in a 3-way marriage. They had a whole a segment in all of them. I don't want to give away too much. There's a little bit of murder in there too, and it's not just like, so it's called Tiger King. It's about a whole bunch of crazy or just eccentric people with that run these kind of like private zoos or what have you. Anyway, back to Joe Exotica, because he's the most interesting of them all. If all that stuff I told you about him and his multiple husbands and a little bit of murder and all of that, if that hasn't done it for you, I don't know what will, but you gotta watch it. It is it's just really, really good. I don't want to give away too much. You gotta watch it. One of the boyfriends though, because so the guy that this is about, he's serving like maybe 60 or 80 years in a federal penitentiary. He's asking for you know, he like I said, you know, with the cowboy hat and everything, he's Trumpish in aesthetic, and he's asking for a pardon, so stay tuned because that might come through. Anyways, one of his husbands, or one of his ex-husbands at this point, you can see him here. This is how he looked in the documentary. He didn't have any teeth or anything. You know, that Netflix checks, those Netflix checks are clearing and stuff, so he went ahead and got his grill straightened out. So now he was doing meth or whatever, so he's not a meth head no more. I guess he's not gay no more. They broke up. Well, they broke up because he started having sex with the women and stuff. You know how people do. They you know. Anyways, different episode. But anyway, he got a new grill and everything. So he looks great. Oh my god, I wanted to shout him out, but I forgot his name. I'm sorry. But anyway, it's Tiger King on Netflix. It's a really good watch, and I learned not to judge a book by its cover. I'm actually gonna go finish it now. On that note, it's been fun. If you got some topics that you know you want me to cover, or you got you know, submissions and stuff, go ahead and send them to tips@funnymoneyrock.com. And for the latest inclusive urban LGBT and hip hop culture, Keep it locked to funnymoneyrock.com.
Funny money in this bitch, and you know we too legit. Been this side since 1-6, slim, thick lips, know how to keep my nigga brick on this. They at the top spot of that wish list, bitch.